Have you ever felt that your spiritual fire, your sacred energy generated during meditation, breath work, or any inner work is slowly spilling out the moment you start talking about it with someone in a group or a circle that cannot hold it? I've felt it too. There was a moment when I walked away from a group that I deeply cared about, feeling hollow and unsettled. Not necessarily because anyone did anything wrong, but because I gave away something raw and sacred, which wasn't ready to be given. That is when I realized how vulnerable these inner experiences can be. When we go inwards through meditation, breath work, or any modality, we are not relaxing. We are peeling away the layers of our being. It could feel like an inner earthquake. Think of Kali. She shatters our old mental models, thereby giving rise to something new and expansive. You may even touch the truths that are beyond you, timeless and cosmic. In yogic wisdom, what is true of the universe, the macrocosm, is mirrored within us, the microcosm. When you go inward, you naturally become more attuned to the rhythms of the outer world. You begin to sense the intelligence behind nature, time, and even your body's instinctive knowing. But for that knowing to take root in our conscious waking life, it needs some very basic things: time, space, and protection. You can't pour that kind of depth into a conversation, waiting for an applause, a dopamine hit, an instant validation. And if you find an inner voice that whispers, wait, hold this close, do not share, that may be Kali showing up through your discernment. Because in those moments, you're like a seed, incredibly sensitive and full of potential. Just like a seed needs dark, nourishing soil before it can sprout, your insights need time in stillness to become something real. Take it out too soon into harsh sunlight and it can wither before it ever matures. So what exactly are we protecting? Let's look at the yogic map of the Koshas, the 5 sheaths that we are made of. According to Taittiriya Upanishad, our individual self, our jiva, is wrapped in 5 sheaths, 5 layers, due to Maya, illusion. Annamaya Kosha, the physical body. This is the densest and the outermost layer. It includes muscles, bones, organs, and skin, our tangible form. These are sustained by food and eventually return to food, the earth. So Annamaya Kosha is the material aspect of our being that can be seen and touched. Then there is Pranamaya Kosha, the energy body. Prana animates the body. Without prana, the body is lifeless. It includes the breath, nadis, energy channels, and chakras. Prana is the bridge between our body and mind. The Upanishad now introduces Manomaya Kosha, the mind body. This is the realm of thoughts, emotions, desires, and the sensory mind. This is where we experience our reactions, our attachments, and our mental chatter. Vijnanamaya Kosha. This is the layer of deep knowing, the seat of intuition and discernment, Viveka. At this level, our usual sense of time and space starts to loosen. Insights often emerge that feel timeless, not bound by linear cause and effect. Here you may start to experience witness consciousness, the ability to observe time passing without the urge to engage with it. Here discernment, viveka, or truthfulness, satya, aren't mere virtues, but they are the spine of higher consciousness, keeping us sharp and rooted in what is real. Anandamaya Kosha, the bliss body. This is the most subtle sheath. It reflects the experience of bliss, peace, and unity with the divine. This is not an emotion-based happiness, but it's the unshakable joy of being. This kosha is accessible during spiritual absorption. samadhi, during deep sleep. So we go there every night, and during moments of pure joy and contentment. Time and space dissolve entirely in this kosha. These koshas or sheets move from gross to subtle, like nested Russian dolls, the unfolding of consciousness into form. Spiritual practice, sadhana, is the reverse journey from gross to subtle, peeling back these layers to rediscover the true self. But even bliss is not the final destination. Only Brahman, pure awareness beyond all sheaths, is. You see, our existence isn't just made of this physical body. It's also wrapped in those subtler layers. And that is why when we go inwards, we can access deep bliss as well as timeless and universal insights. It's not that they aren't there when we are focused outward. It's just that our awareness doesn't reach them because it's constantly responding to the external noise. These layers aren't a hierarchy. They support each other. If the annamaya kosha, our physical body, is unhealthy, depleted or stressed, we will find it harder to hold and embody the higher states of consciousness. Coming to our experiences, sensations like tingling in the body, tightness or lightness in the body, and emotional release belong to the first three koshas, annamaya, pranamaya, and manomaya. These experiences are easier to name and communicate with others. But when you touch the deeper layers, vijnanamaya kosha, anandamaya kosha, the experiences are very subtle and refined. And here's the thing, the subtler the experience, the easier it is to get distorted when put into words. These experiences don't always come as thoughts. Some truths arrive like poetry. Some come as images, symbols, wordless and wild. The moment you try to describe it, you run it through the filters of memory, language, and identity, and something gets lost in that translation. Somatically, you might feel energy leaking from your body, and it is. And the body responds to it with stress. Plus, there are other risks too. Your words can shrink the experience because you're trying to fit something vast and expansive into everyday language. It might feed your ego, making you feel more special and wanting to be seen even more. But these experiences aren't trophies. They are invitations to go deeper. It could trigger or confuse others. Somebody who's not had such a deep experience might feel left out, misunderstand your experience or mock it, or try to imitate it without the context and the grounding that you had. You might have a moment where you feel that you're falling, but there's no ground beneath. And instead of fear, it evokes a deep bliss in you. But unless that experience changes how you love, how you live, and how you let go, it will remain a peak moment and not a stage of maturity in your life. So what can you do instead of instantly talking about it? Journal and create art. Not necessarily about what happened, but about how you felt. Use images, colors, symbols, metaphors, and poems. Reflect. What truth is it asking you to live? Share when the insight has become your lived reality. Be honest with yourselves. When you protect your energy, your clarity sharpens, your creativity expands, and your timing becomes sacred. Protecting your energy isn't just about boundaries. It's a spiritual hygiene. Negative environments can really uproot you. You may not even realize it. But being in the company of those who cannot match your depth can do more than just throw off your mood. It can ripple through your entire being. Your body might tense up, annamaya kosha. Your breath might become shallow or blocked, pranamaya kosha. Self-doubt might creep in, manomaya kosha. Your inner clarity might get blurred, vijnanamaya kosha. And that inner peace, it may seem far away, anandamaya kosha. So protecting your sacredness isn't selfish, it's necessary. And if you ever feel the need for support, choose wisely. Not everyone can hold these depths. A therapist, a mentor, or a guide who understands these inner experiences, who will not try to fix you, label you, or rush you, could be invaluable. The point is that discernment is not a wall, but it's a doorway that will let in only what will serve your growth. Hold space for your own unfolding. Let it be silent. Let it be unfinished. You don't need to explain it for it to be real. Thank you for joining me in this exploration. Please support my work by subscribing to this channel, and if you liked this video, please drop a like and share it with your friends and family members. I'll see you in the next video.